Now, when I posted the video yesterday, I was talking about people using trolling motors on their kayak, which is, God bless you. The idea is not like it's not heard of. And by the way, happy Christmas Eve. It's a beautiful day here in South Louisiana. And it's like 65 degrees. The bonfires will be cranking up tonight. And it'll be a very pretty day. Now, and I've got several gentlemen hit me up. Got one fellow named Andrew. He's going to put a trolling motor on his with a pulse width modulation module, so we can modulate the RPMs, save energy, stuff like that. I have my own opinions on pulse width modulation, which in the RC boating circuit, whenever we run electric, we found that ESCs, electronic speed controllers, which is pulse width modulation, now we're running three-phase DC brushless motors. It's still pulse width modulation, but they like kind of two speeds, stop and wide open. Anything in between to kind of build up heat, but you know, I give it to y'all guys. You go for it. And all these guys that are talking about putting trolling motors on their kayak have one thing in common. Every one of them. I don't know any of them. I don't know Mr. Andrew. I don't know the other people that are doing it, what have you. But they have one thing in common. I know this. They have youth and energy. And to pull your kayak with a trolling motor and a big old battery on it and everything else, you're a lot younger than I am. I'm 60 years old. That's the reason I went the way I went. What you have before you right here, this beauty right here, when I first got my kayak, I was interested in maybe putting a trolling motor on it. And somebody out at work, and God rest his soul, Mike's dead now. He said, "Man, I got one in my shed." He said, "I broke it. This is I guess, carbon fiber shank or glass-filled carbon." So I made all this to steer it. I made this. I was going to run a cable. I was going to make a mounting bracket, the bracket right here. I machined all this out. This stuff is really slick. And when I say it's really slick, I mean it's really slick. And it is very slick. So I was going to put a cable down through this hole, down to here, so when I could reach back and pull a cord, pull it up when I got up into shallower waters and everything else. Brilliant idea. At least I thought it was. High speed, low. I could actually go, I actually had a joystick, forward, reverse, a button on it for slow, medium. Did the same test on it. But also, I got to say, this thing is probably, and this is not a little trolling motor. You can get smaller ones. This is the one he had for his bass boat. I think he said it's a 36-pound thrust. It might be bigger for all I know. Pretty good size though. But man, I had this thing all set up, ready to go. Then I started doing the amp testing on it, which some of y'all are going to be shocked. And I mean, you're going to be shocked in a way that I was. So we're going to run it at high speed. We're going to do our same test on it that we did on the same meter. And if y'all remember correctly, with just the seals on those little motors, pulled 5 amps. Okay, so you can only imagine what this is going to pull, right? That's a big motor. Now that's at high speed, and it's pulling. Let it calm down. About 3.5 amps. Well, that ain't much. And I'm sure some of y'all thought, well, man, that thing's gonna pull right off the rip. It's gonna pull 25 amps. It's not. It's gonna pull very few amps. Sitting out here running nothing. But when you put it in the water, like I've done in my tank, and then turn around and check it, which I'm not going to go through all that. That's where the difference comes. You're going to get 36 pounds of thrust, and you can slow it down. You can use pulse width modulation. But I'm here to tell you, with this thing in the water on a static test now, not as the boat moves forward, some of the load comes off of it naturally. We know that. But with this thing, static test is pulling 34 amps. So that's a lot of pull on it. They make them as efficient as possible. But then again, that's a static test. As it goes forward, these props are designed that they're going to release some of the amperage draw because of the water moving into the prop, and that's the way these things are designed. They're designed to be very, very efficient. You guys that want to put these trolling motors and stuff on your kayak, you're young, you're strong, you're energetic, and you can lug this shit a quarter mile down the beach like I have to sometimes if you look at my videos. I was really proud of this when I got it done, but I'm sitting there thinking, Jesus, the battery I've got to put in this thing and everything, it would just be massive. But the cable idea was thought either was cool because I was going to have a hook up there, pull it, hook it, and that'll hold it up. There you go. So, and it's very slick on that shaft. So it was given to me. It was free. I just had to machine this. That was free. I made this beautiful piece right here, and that was free. The screws weren't, but the plastic and stuff, and that's fiberglass right there, so free. I've often wondered what was in this thing. I'm never going to use it. I know it's too heavy, and I'm too old. God bless you guys that are young enough to deal with this, pulling this stuff in there. And then I got to thinking, you know, and even when I was looking at this and making it and everything, I said, do I really want to go, 25 miles an hour in a kayak? Probably not. So, and I can never find a damn socket I need. Oh well. What is this right here? But I've always, and what is this? It's probably a 1/2 inch. And I will probably look forever. Oh, wait a minute. There's one right there, I believe. Yep. And it's not about going real fast in a kayak. For me, it's not. That thing's that loose? Okay. Not for me, anyhow. You actually thought that was going to come off there? It's having a freedom if I'm out there and I hurt myself, hurt my shoulder or something like that, I can't paddle. I can make it back, you know, or have some assistance to make it back. Well, I see he put a nail in it. I mean, I remember the old outboard days of the shear pin, where you just buy a box of damn nails. That's funny. All right. I wanted to look at that seal in there and see what they're doing, and see what the motor runs, if at all possible. It might be permanent magnet in the housing, and I might be just pulling an armature out, and that's probably what I'm thinking anyhow. Well, that one's definitely not giving up without a fight. And it does move a lot of water, so you kind of have to ask yourself before you do any of this is what you actually want to do. Let's say you live on the water. Your backyard is a nice place to go kayak fishing. I'd have something like this on it in a heartbeat. I know this is not going to be the right size. Hell no, not even close. And I'm sure it's American made, so let me see what this one is. Yeah, it is American made. And I have never been in here. I had this thing in the box, and yesterday I was sitting there, well, yesterday evening I was thinking about it, you know, and I just want to let you all know, at one time I did kind of see now, no matter how good your seals are, water's going to get in. You're going to get water in there. And this one obviously got some water in there. But the DC magnet motor, and I actually really don't feel no magnets, but that doesn't mean anything. That's a heavy steel housing. It sometimes dampens the magnetic field. But there is a way that we can kind of check what's in there. Yeah, they got water got in there. this is magnetic viewing film. Do I have a magnet to wipe this thing clean? Or to see if it's even working? Yeah, it's working. Alright, so I'm not really picking up any magnet activity at all. That's interesting. Okay, this is going to come right on out of here. Ooh. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was part one of a two-part video. It was so long that it had to be in two parts. In the second part, we're actually going to tear it down and see what's in it. If you want the chance to win this, not win it, but well, win it, I guess. And if you want to pay shipping, I'm not paying shipping because I'm not going to use it. This beautiful piece of engineering that I did for my kayak, you'll have the chance to get it free. All you have to do is pay shipping and post a video of it, you putting it on your kayak and running it. Because there's no way I'm going to give it to somebody that's not going to use it and not going to post a video of it. I mean, that's just the way it is. So, you know, but it'll be cool though. I think it will. I don't know what pound thrust it is. You younger guys that, and like I said again, God bless you. Y'all tote all this stuff out there. I just can't do it anymore. So, after the second video, the first one that posts, send it to me, post it down there in the comments, and then personal message me. What I'll do is everything I have to do to get it back up to specs, get it cleaned up, get it put back together, get it in a box, measure the box, weigh the box. Then I will get a price from the U.S. Postal Service. You print a shipping slip and mail it to me. I tape it on there. I send it to you. That way everybody's honest. So if I guess you can get your money back on the shipping slip if it doesn't ever get used, but it will get used, you will get it. Nobody outside the country, please. I've already been through that. I tried to give away a fishing magnet away, and everybody that wanted it was in Germany or whatever, and it was like $80 to send it, and it was a pretty strong magnet, so that I guess that made a difference. But if you want it, this beautiful piece of engineering, and trust me, it will probably push a kayak pretty good. Be the first to comment, I want it, and then personal message me your information, and then we'll go back, and then I'll do another video on me cleaning everything up on it, getting it back together properly. I'm not going to give away anything on the second video, but putting everything together properly and everything, and sending it to you once I get the shipping slip. So you can't. And how much shipping will be? Anywhere from $10 to $25, $30, I would assume. Thing's pretty heavy, but it's not that bad. I think a certain size box up to 70 pounds is like $10. So we'll just have to see. I'll have to go to the post office, have them weigh it, and tell you exactly what it's going to be and what have you, and get a estimate from them, and I'll email it to you how much it is. So stay tuned for part 2 of this, and this is when we're going to tear it down. And you know, you'll be surprised what's on the inside, trust me. All right, guys, good luck.